Hello friends, welcome back to the Trust Your Body channel. This is Rebecca Nunez here, owner of Trust Your Body, helping you get to all the things mind, body, and spirit so you can cultivate a lifestyle of self-care and trust your body. It's week 2 of our wellness month, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of sunlight. Why do you need to get your behind outside and get your skin under some sun? So, I live in New York, and I know it is cold right now. However, bear with me on this. So the reality is, we live in a world where everyone is sedentary, and people are becoming more sedentary over time. If there's anything that's an epidemic, it is this. Because since a sedentary lifestyle has been on the rise, so has back pain, so has depression, so has anxiety. And why is that? Is it just that this is the world that we live in and we have no other choice? Maybe this is just who we are. Maybe we just have to surrender. Maybe we should just take the medications and for the pain and for all the things, right? Is that what we should do? I truly believe there are a lot of holistic applications that can be used to improve all of these things. We just have to microdose it in small doses, take it in piece by piece. So over time, we cultivate that lifestyle of self-care. So why should we be walking every single day? Number one, we are meant to move. That's why our bodies were made. We were meant to move. We go back hundreds of years ago. Our people were moving. They were running. They were hunting. They were a lot more active than we are. We have developed this lifestyle of being sedentary. We're always in front of our computers. We're always on our phones. We're always watching TV, ingesting content in some way, shape, or fashion. And usually when we are ingesting content, we are still, we are stationary. So we spend more of our time in this current day and age standing in one position versus moving our bodies. So what happens to our bodies when we don't use it the way that it's supposed to be used? Things go haywire. Maybe you have pain develop. Maybe you have some discomfort. Maybe you feel some pressure. Maybe you feel some stinging, some numbing, some burning, some tingling. And this could all be because you're not moving the way that you're supposed to, or in a way that works for your body. So if you are someone who is like, I need to get moving more, I need to be more active this year, then one of the best things that you can do is to incorporate walks into your day. So why is it important to incorporate walks into your day? Well, when you think about it, think about how much time you're spending moving throughout your day versus how much you're seated, how much you're standing still. If you're someone who's a typical office worker working a 9 to 5, you are at that desk majority of the time. Maybe you get up to go to the bathroom. Maybe you go and get some food for lunch. But outside of that, you're driving to work or taking public transportation to work. You're sitting at your desk, and then you're doing the same routine right back again. Then you go home, move around a little bit, maybe get some dinner, maybe take care of your children, your partner, maybe take care of your house if you have any animals. And then you're maybe watching TV or you're going to bed. So we just talked about very small slivers of movement when in reality our body craves movement because it stimulates our brain in ways that other forms of stimulus simply can't. So with walking, we are actually reversing the effects of the sedentary life that we are living. Now, outside of that, we get the benefits of the sun. So the sun is a power source. When our skin and the enzymes and the proteins in our skin interact with the sun, it produces vitamin D. And vitamin D is an essential nutrient that we need for our body. So if vitamin production is not something that's interesting to you, maybe we'll take it a step further. It's not just about vitamin D production. It's about our biological need for natural sunlight. Think about how you spend your day. You wake up, you turn on the lights in your home, and you're under that type of light. It's not natural light. It's maybe fluorescent light, maybe you got some LEDs, but it's not natural light. So you get in that natural light. Then maybe you go to your job and you're under that light, which is again not natural light. And then you come back home and you're again under this false. And again, you're not under natural light. Natural light and our need to be exposed to natural light helps to regulate our sleep and wake cycle. If we are constantly under these fake lights, then our body and our circadian rhythm doesn't know, am I supposed to be awake right now? Or am I supposed to be asleep right now? Am I supposed to be active and productive, or am I supposed to be lethargic and tired? Because we're under these fake lights, so we're not getting our daily needed intake of natural sunlight. So that's why when you go out for walks, regardless if it's a cloudy day, if it's a rainy day, or if it's a bright sunny day, getting in that natural light helps to regulate our sleep and wake cycle, meaning that you can in turn get longer lasting and more restful sleep. Because it's not just about how long you sleep, it's about the quality of your sleep. And making time to get out every day for a walk will help to regulate your sleep-wake pattern because you're exposed to natural light. So let's take it a step further. When we curate walks into our lifestyle, we are raising our NEAT. And if you've never heard of the word NEAT, it's NEAT, and it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Big long words, don't get wrapped up in a bunch about it. Basically, it's just the amount of energy that we need to function in our day-to-day life. How much energy we need to blink, breathe, eat, show up, have a conversation. Everything outside of intentional exercise, just for our body to function, this is that amount of energy that we need, is our NEAT. So your NEAT is basically everything outside of sleep, working, intentional exercise. And why is this important? And something maybe that you should have in the back of your mind as a focal point. When we raise our NEAT, we help to raise our metabolism, which is basically the rate in which things are broken down in our body. How fast does our body metabolize something? Those that have a slower metabolism, they usually have a harder time with weight loss. They have maybe some GI issues. Maybe they have brain fog. There's a lot of different symptoms that can come up from having a low metabolism versus someone who has a higher metabolism. It's basically saying that their body is just functioning at a higher capacity versus someone who has a lower metabolism. Their body is just functioning but at a lower capacity. They're functioning off of less energy versus functioning off of more energy. And not to say that one is right or wrong, but who doesn't want a body that is more efficient? So when we introduce walks into our everyday life and we're impacting our NEAT, we're raising that amount of energy that is required for our body to function. It's becoming more efficient. We're getting better sleep. So that in turn impacts our mood, our emotional regulation, because sleep is where your body recovers, where it rejuvenates. And for you to function better during the day, you have to get that recovery in when you sleep. But if you're missing out on quality sleep, maybe because you're not getting enough natural sunlight to help regulate your sleep-wake cycle, you might be more moody. You might be more triggered. You might operate with less emotional intelligence. You might feel like, oh, I did this because you made me feel like that. A lot of external blame instead of taking accountability for our own actions, our own moods, our own emotions. But it's a lot easier to do that when we're operating from a place of replenishment, from rejuvenation, from recovery, versus constantly running down our battery. You might be watching this video on an iPhone. If your iPhone pops up with the notification 20% left or even 10% left, you're running for a charger. You must keep this device charged. It's the same thing for our body. We need to look at our body with the same level of intensity of this needs to stay charged, because our bodies are not just mechanical and chemical. We are electrical, and we need to be recharged. And one of the many ways that we can recharge ourselves is going for walks, getting that natural sunlight in, raising our NEAT, regulating our sleep-wake cycle, and getting better quality sleep at night, which in turn will allow you to function during the day at a higher capacity. So how often should you be walking, and for how long? Because everyone's busy. I recommend at least a 10-minute walk a day. If you're someone who likes to track your steps and has an Apple Watch or any other type of sports light energy or activity tracker, then you want to start off just trying to get like 7,000 steps a day. The number 10K is such a big number now. Everyone wants to get 10K steps a day. But if that's not where you're at, start somewhere. So maybe you start with 5,000. Then you make it up to 7. Then you make it up to 10. To create sustainable change in your life, you have to microdose change over time. You can't massively change something and then expect it to stick. Because when we create massive change, it's actually a stress to our body, to our immune system, to our psyche, to our entire system, or the multiple systems of our body. So we need to microdose change because the body needs very little to create change. So if we progressively overload change over time, the same way that people progressively overload exercise, it is much more realistic and much more feasible for you to curate walks into your life and make it your lifestyle, as opposed to viewing it as another to-do. So if you can get one 10-minute walk in a day, that's incredible. If you can get 2, that's amazing. Maybe you have an animal that you need to take for a walk. Intentionally take 10 minutes or more. They will love it and your body will love you. If you have children, take them outside. Show them what a healthy lifestyle looks like, what is required of it. We don't want the next generation to view health and wellness as a chore, the way that some of us do. We want to show them that it's feasible. We want to show them that it's realistic. And that means changing our habits, changing our life, and leading by example. So whether that is your children or other people in your family, maybe it's your partner. Maybe you're surrounded by people who don't believe in this whole lifestyle of health and wellness. Maybe they see it as a luxury. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity that you need for life. And it makes you a better person because you take care of yourself. It's not selfish. You're actually worthy of this time and attention. So make the time. Take the attention. Put it on your body. The results that you get just from prioritizing you in small moments of the day, you get big rewards for it. So I hope you're watching this video on a walk, or I hope right after this video you go for a walk, because your body is craving that natural vitamin D. So go get it. See you next time, friends. Bye.